Wow, I'm so excited to have you tuned to this channel. Come close, let's talk. How well have you been taking care of your health? I mean, your general well-being. The last time you checked your blood sugar and it was good. And then you checked your blood pressure, it was fine. You even went ahead, ran a total check on all your organs, and your doctor confirmed you very okay and healthy. Have you bothered to check the state of your mental health? Someone will ask me, what does she expect to use to check that? The truth is, there is no one way or thorough diagnosis on mental health issues, and that's why we need to acquire a skill called emotional intelligence. It's a skill everyone needs. The high, the middle, the low. Everyone needs this skill. But unfortunately, most people hear emotional intelligence and throw it under the carpet. They believe it's not actually necessary, and even if it's necessary, probably certain category of people need it as a result of some traits of mental health issues they have, shown. But guess what? That's not true. No matter how comfortable you are, you need a sound mind to function properly. No matter how wonderful your job is, you need a sound mind to communicate effectively with your staff, your superiors, your subordinates. Everyone in the office needs a sound mind. No matter how well you're doing your business, no matter how rich you have become, no matter the amount of wealth you have acquired, you need sound mind to sustain that wealth. No one is irreplaceable. No one is indispensable. And so you can imagine, if anything goes wrong, people will get to forget you so soon. And so how can you check your mental state in this world of today that there's a rising need for technology advancement and global relevance? Everyone is busy. I mean, everyone is busy doing one thing or the other. Everyone is busy creating, recreating, innovating, making impacts, making money, acquiring more wealth. I mean, doing so many things that has propelled us to a total neglect of our mental health care, both in our home front, that in our families, in our organizations, in our society at large. And that is why this is a movement to eradicate mental health negligence. Join me in this movement and eradicate mental health negligence in Africa. So please like and share this video. Turn on your notification bell after you have subscribed to my channel, so you get to receive all the videos I post on this channel. Don't forget, you need to watch this video to the end if you really want to know what emotional intelligence is about, how to train your mind to be emotionally intelligent, and how to control your emotions. Watch this video to the end. Okay, so let's dive deeper. So before you can identify whether you are emotionally intelligent or not, you must first of all understand what is emotional intelligence. So what is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is your ability to use, control, and manage your emotions positively, relieve stress, communicate effectively, diffuse conflicts, and identify the emotions of others and influence them positively. That's what emotional intelligence is all about. It's a skill and must be acquired. You are also acquiring communication skills on this. You're also acquiring your ability to resolve conflicts. You're acquiring an ability to have self-control over your emotions. So emotional intelligence helps you to function better in the society and gives you better results in everything you do. The quality of your life gets to improve. You enhance the quality of your life a great deal because you are better off physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, and otherwise, because you have an emotional balance in your life. And controlling your emotion is very important. It could be anger, it could be fear. For example, when the emotion is anger, the person becomes insensitive, begin to use unkind words. I mean, the atmosphere becomes very tensed up and begin to make very poor decisions at that time. You begin to notice immediately is that the person is no longer communicating effectively as a result of that anger. And if On the other hand, the emotion has to do with fear. You see the person become characterized by low self-esteem, inability to confront issues of life, weak decision, and the person ends up becoming confused, frustrated, and it will lead to poor results. The person becomes depressed, and you know what depression is another level of mental health, issues. So we don't want to get to that. So there are 3 C's that connect us to emotional intelligence. We have the collaboration, we have connection, and we have care. So you need to collaborate, you need to connect with people, and you need to show care. How then do we train our minds to be emotionally intelligent? 1, we have to improve our mental stamina. The only way we can do that is we have to read and read again. We have to listen to positive minded people in our circle of influence or in our field, and our profession, because when you have a good knowledge of what you are dealing with, you develop mental stamina, you develop more resilience, to life issues. So you begin to trust your ability to make, and to make progress and take the right actions. Then number 2 way in improving or training your mind to be emotionally intelligent is that you use the tool of visualization. The more you picture yourself as to what you want to be or who you intend to be, when you're faced with certain circumstances, this is not what you want, this is not the outcome you are expecting. So you begin to work towards the outcome. That's the picture you have created in your mind of who you want to be. So you create a picture, you use the visualization tool to deal with certain things that and overcome some certain negativity in your mind, and begin to fill your mind with positive thoughts. So you discard all forms of negativity, visualize your goals, set a target on how you can actualize those goals. So number 3 is that you need to expect setbacks. You prepare for setbacks. The minute you prepare for setbacks, you find out that you are no longer taking unawares. You are prepared. Don't be overly spiritual about it. Setbacks is something that can happen to anyone at any time. So the more you prepare for it, the more resilient you become to those things when they arise. And even if they don't eventually come up, you have more confidence to forge ahead. And if they come up, you have the resilience to deal with it, to push through those challenges, and then you forge ahead. And then number 4, you have to learn to manage your stress. Once your stress level is high, please deal with it. Just take a break, go off, just deal with your stress. Change your environment at that point in time. Don't try to push yourself beyond limits, because everyone has their breaking point. So you don't get to that point where you lose it or you lose control of your stress level. So deal with your stress when you have the time. Leverage on your hobbies, okay? Leverage on the things that you love to do. And so number 5, have to sleep well. When you sleep well, it helps your brain, it helps your mental capacity, it helps you to develop mentally, it gives you a mental balance. So sleep. Don't depend on sleeping pills. Try as much as possible to use natural means to sleep, because once you get used to those sleeping pills, it comes to a point or a time when it doesn't work anymore. Once you abuse it, a time will come, even when you take sleeping pills, you find out that you're no longer sleeping. So do the things that will make you sleep. Encourage the kind of atmosphere that will give you peace, because once you are very peaceful, you find out that you can sleep well. Okay? And 5, to learn how to use our time adequately. So no matter how hardworking you are, make out time to sleep. Number 6 is that you have to learn to show love. Love hard. Love again. Psychologists said the strongest emotion is love. It overrides anger, it overrides fear, and every kind of emotion that you can think about. So love and love again. Build your system to love. God said God is love. So love unconditionally. Love and love again. It overcomes a lot of emotional stress. It just makes you accept things that you ordinarily wouldn't accept. Okay? Aristotle said anger as a gift, but he also acknowledged the fact that there is an optimal way to deal with anger. So even you're saying anger is a gift in the sense that when you get angry at a point, you begin to do things that ordinarily you wouldn't want to do. It's like a push, but there are optimal ways you deal with anger. So love is the ultimate. So you just love hard, and love again. So when you love hard, people when you love people irrespective of their faults or their shortcomings, then you are able to deal with every emotional challenge that might come your way. So how do you now get to control your emotions? You know, these emotions are to become, though emotions come, it's like an influx. It just comes. When it comes, sometimes you don't expect them. You just see yourself reacting. But when you understand this skill, when you learn the skill of emotional intelligence, nothing becomes a surprise to you at every point in time, because you already know when to take care of your stress. You already know when to call it a day. You are able to handle these things well, so they don't get to you. It's when you don't do these things that they get to you. Okay, number one, you have to acknowledge these emotions are there. Don't live in self-denial. Don't tell yourself, no, I'm not feeling anything, I'm okay. Even when you know you need to express yourself, you're like, it doesn't really matter. You can always deal with it, and you're just living in self-denial. Acknowledge they are there and deal with it. That way you can control your emotions. So it's really very important to learn how to acknowledge your emotions. Number two, you give yourself self-care. Take care of yourself. Take yourself out, go to the spa, go for picnics, go for a massage. Just take care of yourself, pamper yourself. Don't see it as a waste of time, and don't see it as a waste of funds. So give yourself self-care. It will help control your emotions. It will help reduce your stress level. Number three, you have to change your thoughts. You have to do away with negative thoughts and begin to encourage yourself with a positive mindset to overcome all negative emotions. By the kind of books you read and the things you listen to help to improve your thought pattern. Number four is that you write down the things that get you so upset, those things that causes an influx of emotions. So write it down, write as much as you can, and after writing them, try to read them. You see that it's not as bad as you were thinking after all. So you could trash it after writing, because you find out that those emotions are gone. Number five, keep healthy relationships, avoid toxic relationships, stay around people who motivate you, stay around people who help you build up positive energy, and avoid those that help you build negative energy. Very important. Number six, give yourself space so you can recover from negative atmosphere. Changing the environment is not bad. It's very natural to feel better in a different environment, so give yourself space. It's not a crime. Number seven, avoid your triggers. You know those things that trigger you. Everyone knows what triggers them, so avoid them. When you see it coming, avoid them. You don't need to be in that harsh family meeting that keeps triggering your emotions and making you feel so bad. So just avoid those triggers. Avoid those people who trigger your emotions. Even when they are unavoidable, manage it. Manage the level of triggers you have to receive from those places. Number eight, you have to try mood boosters. Don't say mood boosters is for only people who have gone wacko or people who associate you with someone who has a mental problem. No. Well, disclaimer, do it on prescription, okay? Do it on prescription, because if the need be, if you find out that it's getting too intense, you've been trying all these natural methods and it's not working, sometimes you need to use a mood booster, but by prescription. Okay, don't try to do it yourself so you don't get to abuse it. So finally, to become emotionally mature, you have to have a growth mindset. You have to grow in knowledge, understand your environment, understand your personality and those around you. And you have to stop criticizing yourself, stop beating yourself too hard. Just let it go. The minute you stop criticizing yourself, you discover that you stopped criticizing others. So train the inner child within you. Children are characterized with a free mind. They are void of offenses. So try and build the inner child within you. Just think like a child. You know what I'm saying. And then also try to finally take responsibility for your feelings and action. Show that whatever you do, you're taking responsibility so you can defend them when the time comes and you don't have to blame anyone for it. So I have to draw the curtains here, and I hope you learned things about emotional intelligence. So thank you so much for listening. I'll see you on my next video. I'm sure by that time you become more emotionally intelligent. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe, please. And then like and share this video. Let this movement continue. Eradicate mental health negligence.